Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, March 28th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, it's opening day in Major League Baseball today, and that for many of us is a big day. You know, opening day, when I lived up north in Wisconsin and in Maryland, I realized that opening day was a lot more than a baseball game. It was also in many ways the first day of spring because you spend winter and you spend so much time inside, and here comes spring, opening day. So it was, in many ways, it was like spring is here, baseball is here, and it was a really wonderful feeling whenever opening day came around. So I've always been very fond of opening day. It's a big day in my life and something that I look forward to. This year, it's interesting to see what the economics of the game are doing to the game. The commissioner was being asked about this, and he was being asked about the fact that there's a lot of players making a lot of money, and on the other end, there are some players not making that much money. Also, a lot of veterans are not getting contracts, and the commissioner had to admit what is very obvious, and that is that the teams are now looking at players in ways that they've never done before. So, for example, if you're a major league player, a veteran, let's say, and you're a 270 hitter, and you're making $5 million a year, through analytics, the team can actually replace you with a younger guy not making as much money, but who has, in many ways, the same baseball value that you have. And this is really creating a situation in Major League Baseball where I'm not saying experience doesn't matter. Experience is very valuable. But when you have to choose between paying somebody $5 million a year or paying somebody $300,000 a year, the choice is not that hard, particularly if their baseball value is the same. And this is creating a little bit of tension in the union, which is, I think, something that the union is going to have to address, because you've got Bryce Harper on one end making $30 million a year, and then you have a lot of guys who are having a hard time getting a job in the major leagues. I think at some point, this is all going to come back to the union, and they may have to look at this when they negotiate their new contract with Major League Baseball. I think what baseball should do, frankly, is to try to have a ceiling, as other sports do, a salary ceiling, so that you can accommodate more players. But, you know, we'll see how that works out. So let me give you some quick predictions for 2019. Over in the American League has three incredible teams: the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Astros. These three teams are going to win 100 games, each one. And one of these three teams, in my opinion, will win the World Series. I mean, these are the incredibly good three teams at the moment in the American League. Now, the Indians are probably going to win the Central and will move on to the postseason. But I expect either Houston, New York, or Boston to be in the World Series and actually win the World Series. The National League is a little bit more complicated and competitive. You've got the Dodgers, you've got the D-backs, you've got the Cubs, you have the Braves. I think that any one of those four teams could win the National League. I'm going to go ahead and predict that the Dodgers will return to the World Series for the third year. That's a very good team, very young, good team, and they should make it. I would keep an eye on the Braves, though, because the Braves have put together a very good young team, and they could, in fact, surprise everybody this year. I'm not quite there yet with the Phillies. I know they added Bryce Harper, but I'm not quite there yet. I don't think they're there yet. I think they're maybe a player or a couple of players away from being a powerhouse. So the American League will win the World Series. Either Houston, Boston, or New York. One of those three will likely make it and win the World Series. Well, there you have it, my little baseball prediction. I do this every year. Baseball is always great and fun, especially on opening day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I hope you get to watch a little baseball today. Bye-bye. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, and we have these on Twitter, on blog, and on YouTube. Man, I always say that before. I messed it up this time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.